Hello, hello! Today we are going to play interactive story, and I know that I haven't played some of the story, a lot of them actually, so I'm going to record my reaction on stream to expose myself with the heart rate monitor. Yes. Okay, so this one. Okay, I know that that Don is sassy for sure. Which one? So this one I got this one and the Silas one. So maybe I will do this one first. Yeah. And then I'm going to make another video with both Raphael and Silas multibanner one. A summer heat wave surged into the depth of the shade provided by green trees. It's not even noon, and the street cafes are packed with tourists. Afternoon sunlight pours in through the cool glass windows, casting specks of light on the smiles of two ceramic angels. Oh, the place is pretty. I like the wallpapers and the color. Wood color, green and wood color. I like it.
I have everything you can think of. Dinnerware made centuries ago, glass ornaments, even manuscripts from well-known artists.
Ooh.
Or maybe you want to see something else, miss?
Give me everything. Don't mind me. I was just passing by and thought I'd look around. Or waiting for Raphael, maybe? Amongst the rows of cabinets and display cases, there is no one else in this small, quaint, antique shop.
Then do you just want that book in your hand?
Yes, I do want to buy it. I nod absent-mindedly and glance at the book I have grabbed to cover my face. One Lemurian on a stormy night?
It's a rare book. In all my years, I've only ever
you
seen the
cover your
copy in
face?
your hand.
Oh, really? Is it really, or it's just sales pitch? Mister, did you happen to see a young person around my age stop by the store?
A young person? You're the only customer I've had since I opened the shop this morning.
Yeah, well, I'm looking for Raphael for sure. I see. Thank you so much. And could you please wrap this book for me?
No problem. Though, have you paid attention to the weather? It might rain today. Don't stay outside for too long.
Okay. But the tone is just kind of funny. It's like goo 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 goo. After saying goodbye to the owner of the antique shop, I push open the door and look up at the clear blue sky. I'm somewhat confused. Rain? The weather forecast said it was going to be sunny all day today. Huh. Curious. What does he mean about it? Maybe he said that so I will quickly go away. Maybe. The whole bell tolls in the distance for the first time in the afternoon. It's 1 p.m. resounding through the air. Raphael stands at the corner of spiral staircase, watching as the girl disappears under the blazing summer sun behind the glass door. See?
She seems like a good kid.
He's covering for him.
Yeah.
I am a good kid, yeah.
And she's the kind of good kid you like too.
I already checked the luggage upstairs for you. Everything should be good to go.
I see you're trying to change the subject.
She doesn't understand me.
Oh,
She thinks she does, but
as the cicada's frenzied chirps reach a crescendo in the afternoon, his voice fades.
I told you before that you didn't need to see me. Everything's almost packed up. I can move out tonight.
Hmm.
But I didn't sell the house you lived in back then. I'm keeping it for you. Rest assured, you don't have to worry about anything here.
I just stopped by to see you. Don't get ahead of yourself.
I'll be more careful about not revealing my whereabouts. Maybe there'll be a day when I move into your neighborhood.
You can do that right now. Talia and I will take care of you.
Oh, is it his relatives? Wait, I know Talia is his aunt, right? But I don't know.
Haven't we spent enough time together? I'd rather enjoy some time alone.
This old man is savage. Excuse me? Knowing what he means, Rafayel purses his lips and doesn't say anything.
Never mind. Is there anything else that needs to be packed?
No, but Rafayel girl is. Do I supposed to know him? I mean, no spoiler, but also I wanna know. Just a yes or no, please. This summer, Rafayel and I went to a country located on peninsula, which renowned for its literature and art. I keep confusing myself how to pronounce that. After he completed his work for an art exhibition in its capital city, we traveled south along the border for sightseeing. Oh, pretty country. The final stop of our trip is a small city that encompasses the essence of the arts and literature, but is nowhere to be seen. We agreed to just get ice cream. What's taking him so long? He's not even responding to my texts. And I saw Rafayel walk into that antique shop. How did he vanish in the blink of an eye? Rafayel has yet to respond, so I decide to sit down on a bench and flip through the book I bought on a whim. As soon as I open it, a dusty scent hits me. Each line exudes the fragrance of ancient ink. Oh, that smells so good. I like the smell of book. Like, sniffa. Lemuria is the birthplace of human civilization, and it's often referred to as Mo. Oh, it's Mo. It's just Mo. I thought it has something else. Okay. It is said that in the thousands of years before Lemurians vanished, they faced not one, but a series of disasters. Oh.
Mo in Lemurian means motherland.
See, I thought it's like mother or something, because it's like she said it like Mo and ... right? So I thought it has something else, but it's just Mo and it means motherland. I see. Taking note. Suddenly, a hand holding an ice cream cone appears from behind me. The index finger traces the words I just read. Is this why you name your art studio Mo Art Studio? Oh, true! Actually,
Bingo.
I forgot about that. Rafayel walks to the front of the bench, sits down next to me, and hands me another ice cream cone. Yay! Ice cream.
Sorry for the wait. This dessert place had a lot, and I mean a lot of ice cream flavors. I just chose my favorite for you. Try it.
It's your favorite ice cream flavor. He makes it seem so natural that all my doubts disappear. Oh my god, this manipulator.
Have you thought of our next destination?
The guide said there are many must-visit places, yet we're only staying here for one more day. Not enough time. Extend our vacation, please, please. Rafayel glances at the travel guide I have on my phone.
The art museum closest to us right now has the world's famous Birth in the Oceans. Let's go there first.
Okay.
After the museum tour, we can head straight to the famous square by walking down this path for a bit.
Ah.
If you get tired of walking, we can visit a nearby bike rental to get a tandem bicycle.
Oh my god, it sounds fun.
The theater is definitely worth visiting, but we didn't make a reservation in advance. We'll have to try our luck.
I like theater too.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I know you did your research ahead of time, but doesn't it seem like you are too familiar with this place? You just outed yourself.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I just happened to live here before.
Okay. He is not hiding it. Huh? As he speaks, he bites into his melting ice cream cone. His nonchalant tone treating this as a trivial matter.
Since it's the last day of our trip, you should let me do the planning, you know?
But you asked me about our next destination, right? If you wanna plan it, then you do it. I like when you have initiative about that. In this small city, where tourist attractions are scattered like stars in the sky and roads wind like a maze, cycling would be the most convenient way of getting around. Inside the bike rental, Rafayel fuses over the selection of bikes for a while before pushing forward a tandem bicycle. Okay, I never tried tandem bicycle, but I heard that it's hard, right? I mean, I can imagine balancing on that.
I figured us riding together on the streets would undoubtedly put the spotlight on us.
Let's not. We each get our own bride.
It's been a while since I rode a bike. Can we start with something simple and ease our way into doing more difficult things?
Isn't tandem is harder? I don't know. Didn't you say something weird? Sea turtles climb trees. Jellyfins are walking. With your previous experience, riding a bike won't be difficult. You have to believe in yourself. We ride our bikes onto the picturesque old bridge, admiring the ancient buildings on both sides of the street. Oh my god, it's shaking like crazy. Are they falling? Or is it because the stone path, maybe? Stepping on the pedals, Rafayel is out of breath. It takes a while for him to catch up. Looks like you're holding up well, huh?
I still think that having your feet on the ground is safer. Just saying. Or we should at least ride a tandem bike together.
Upon arriving at our destination, we park the bikes beside a street cafe and slowly start walking around the square. Okay, so they get individual bike instead. When you said you lived here before, what kind of life was it?
Take this path we're walking, for example. I've walked down it for 3 years.
Isn't it lonely to live in a foreign country all by yourself?
There was someone else with me at the time, an old butler.
Oh. Where is he now? Did he part ways with you? Oh, I'm assuming that he passed away, maybe.
Yeah,
You never talk about these things. I start to feel a little anxious, but I don't know why. Sulking, I turn around and kick a pebble. Maybe we just never ask, right? It's not just that. You never really mention anything about your past, right?
follow me.
Following Raphael as he makes another turn, the street widens. An archway with statues on both sides appear at the end. Many young people carrying their painting supplies set up easels on the spot. They are focused on painting the street scenery.
The life I spoke of is a lot like theirs. It's not as special as you imagine it to be. It was
That's not
always
what I
finishing my coursework on time, visiting my favorite art exhibitions when I was free, and going to a random theater every night.
Sounds like a good life, actually. Are you saying you went to school here? He nods. As he lifts his head, I see the building worn down by time itself in front of us. I start to think Raphael has been honest about his experiences traveling and studying around the world, especially in a place that's widely renowned for its art. It shouldn't be surprising.
Stop looking at me like that. You know, I learned a lot in your human world. As a matter of fact, I was the youngest student for that academic year.
During our conversation, a few students wearing flower crowns pass by, laughing and chatting as they enter a humble-looking building. Can we go inside? I wanna see. Why are they wearing flower crowns?
Only students who are about to graduate wear those.
Ah, I see. Did you wear one?
It's a distant memory from a very long time ago.
Are any of your teachers or friends here? Maybe we can visit them. Surprisingly, Raphael shakes his head.
We can't.
Have you not talked to them in a long time?
I'm not really into making friends at every stage of my life. Like back then, I preferred to be alone and indulge in my own thoughts.
Aww. He casually talks about his past as he leads me through the hallway lined with statues. We end up in a small garden hidden under the shade of trees.
Here, summer is long, hot, but not stifling. The air is tinged with the scent of ripe fruit. I'd be willing to spend a whole afternoon in this place just to remember the name of a flower or a bird.
Those must have been happy days. Are you happy? Are you happy?
Do I look unhappy to you?
Not really, but it feels like you just spend your days in the sake of spending your days, you know? There is nostalgia in your words, but it's different from when you're actually happy. Yeah. also what I'm thinking. I feel like if he is excited, it's not exactly like that. Maybe I'm wrong. After leaving the art academy, we continue our bike ride and go along our planned route. The road dips into a downward slope. The dry yet slightly cool summer night breeze caresses us. My thoughts drift, imagining those pasts he mentioned. What I'm trying to picture in my mind is like a fishtail slipping through my fingers. Illusions that blur the line between reality and fantasy are left behind. Where did Raphael go? Why hasn't he caught up yet? Becoming somewhat bored of waiting, I pull over to the side of the road, lean against the guardrail, and take out the book I bought from my bag. As we spend time together, I slowly realize something. Although Lemurians and humans look similar, their habits are vastly different. They adapted to the water pressure of the deep sea. They are used to the temperatures down there, and they don't like hot places in particular. Of course, in the eyes of a human, they are very picky about what they eat, wear, and use. Oh no! I see a panic figure who's on a bicycle that's moving really fast. Raphael! But before I could say anything, there was a cacophony of clinks and clanks. The bike couldn't be stopped in time, and he tumbled into the bushes the moment we locked eyes. Brushing off the grass clinging to his clothes, he rubs his ankle and slowly gets up. Dazed, he looks around. For some reason, he looks somewhat lonely. He seems unhappy all of the sudden. Are you okay? I'm getting worried. Seeing me approach, Raphael abruptly sits down on the ground, pretending to have taken a painful fall. This fish. I saw that. I saw you stand up. Raphael says nothing. He leans back and stretches his legs out on the grass. I walk over and lie down next to him. My head rests on the warm, soft grass. Have you noticed how beautiful the sky looks from here? He didn't even say anything, no? I'm sorry I caught you red-handed. It's nighttime. The bright old city on the opposite bank is reflected in the murky river. Raphael and I lie on the grass next to the square, gazing at the night sky that's slowly lit up by stars. And below that night sky is the tranquil cityscape. Let me guess, lying down on the grass and enjoying the scenery was also one of your special pastimes.
Yeah, the first time I sat here, watching people come and go, I was jealous of them.
Is it because they were happier than you back then?
The sights and sounds, and the food too, are worth taking the time to appreciate. But those people didn't even spare a second glance. The apple blossoms, lemongrass, butterflies fluttering over hilltops, and lemon yellow robin beaks. There are countless ceiling frescoes and works of art everywhere, and the small theaters have performed plays for hundreds of years. Yet because people have grown used to them always being there, they're taken for granted.
And then?
Eventually, I made myself forget about that unhappiness you mentioned. I embraced your human lifestyle.
Raphael, you're such an idiot.
Then what does that make you?
I'm trying to say that maybe it's better if you don't trust me too much. After all, one of the survivors of your kind who was deceived by humans dissipated into sea foam.
I'm not that naive. These experiences and feelings, maybe I made them up to deceive you.
Look into my eyes.
Why?
He absent-mindedly rests his head on his arm and turns towards me. You're a merman. Did it hurt when you first learned how to walk on land? Why is blushing? Do you feel lonely in this world that is totally different from yours? Why aren't you saying anything? You've been poisoned by a witch and she took away your voice. Stifling a laugh, I'm about to poke his cheek when thunder suddenly roars. Oh, it really does rain. Huh. The weather forecast lie again. Raindrops fall from dark clouds that have blanketed the sky. It's actually raining.
It's raining! Let's head inside.
It doesn't usually rain cats and dogs around this time. Ugh, it's getting worse.
Yeah. Tourists try their best to shield themselves from the rain and rush into the shop lining the streets. Before I could react, Rafayel pulls me into his arms. His breath reaches me. The jacket over our heads tries to fend off the rain, but it's useless. Staring at the flickering lights in the rainy night, I suddenly have the urge to take his hand and run away. Hurrying back to our hotel, the pouring rain outside seemingly isolates us from the rest of the world. It's so cold. Raphael leads me into the bathroom. He draws a bath, and the warm water releases comforting steam. Is it hard to think of an answer to my question?
I'm wondering if writing something like How to Care for a Lemurian would be easier, or would it be quicker to tell you 1001 Lemurian stories?
Don't you know the consequences of the second option? If the ruler hears the same story again, the storyteller will be. Afraid he wouldn't tell me anything, I pretend to be serious and make a cutthroat gesture.
Guess who's the one that falls into a trap without realizing it?
He places his slender fingers on my shoulder and touches the damn jacket.
You can be my caretaker, and I can tell you 1001 stories.
He kinda looks sad still.
I'm okay with every choice you provide.
And his hand touches the strap inside the coat. He freezes, coughed, and then quickly pulled back his hand.
But you should take a hot bath first. or else you'll catch a cold.
Seeing him about to walk away, I somehow managed to muster up my courage. Okay, daring MC, here we go. You can't leave. You still haven't answered my question. Rafayel body stiffens. Before his hand can free itself from my grip, he stumbles and falls backward into the bathtub. Oh no! A quietness settles into the bathroom. The only sound that can be heard is the heavy rain outside.
Do you want me to stay?
His disheveled, damp strands of hair clinging to his neck. Meanwhile, his soaked jacket is behind him, floating on the surface of the water. Soaked, he looks at me, the emotion in his eyes inscrutable. You can spare me the details, but there is something important you should tell me. How do you Lemurians express your love?
Do you really want to know?
Do I really want to know? Heck yeah, if not, why do I ask? In the dimly lit, steam-filled space, he abruptly grabs my wrist. Rafayel, you... No, why is it lagging in the screen? Go away. Like, please. It's not lagging on my phone though, so I'm so sorry for that. I just need to experience the lag.
When Lemurians fall in love with someone, all our senses are committed to perceive them without question.
Your senses? Like this?
Your way of triggering my senses has only touched the surface.
Ayo, oh my god, like...
Are all humans idiots? Someone's intentions are as clear as day.
Don't like it? Or you clearly like it?
If I said I didn't, would you stop?
Do you want me to stop? I don't wanna read that line. I don't wanna read that line. And it's so fast anyway, so...
And you're warm. I like that.
Okay. Rafayel, you seem different.
Will you still like me, no matter who I become?
Aww.
You.
Yeah, taunt him, taunt him. I need to tell you this. When humans fall in love with someone, we try to leave a unique mark on them.
If you say so.
Wait, your MC is
Join me
crazy,
then.
no?
Let's drown in the ocean together.
In the depths of the night, the rain eases up. The bedside lamp casts a warm glow. I lean against the headboard, tempting to finish the book about Lemurians before the rain stops.
So, what's in that book?
It's a fantasy story inspired by Lemuria. On a stormy night, a traveler meets a Lemurian. Enchanted by his singing voice, the traveler follows him to the seabed. The plot itself isn't really creative. What draws the reader in are those questionable rumors about Lemuria.
Like...
There is this miraculous conch of wonders at the bottom of the sea that can store sound, and they even hold a unique underwater ceremony. Rafayel starts laughing as he listens, his shoulders shaking. What? That's not a rumor?
It's nothing. I'm wondering, if I actually told you stories about Lemuria, 1001 Nights wouldn't be enough for that.
I think I would be happy to hear all that, actually. Raphael, if on a stormy night you do encounter a Lemurian in the ocean, will his singing voice truly enchant you and drag you down to the seabed? The book on my lap is suddenly pulled away. Seizing this chance, he leans in and takes my hand. There is mirth in his eyes.
Do you want me to tell you?
Well, yes, if not, why do I ask, right?
Then tonight, allow me to share with you the first story.
I want to close my eyes, but he lowers his neck and kisses the palm of my hand. His moist lips then brush against my fingers, soft like a whispered promise.
Our story begins with the very first sea god, long, long ago.
I slept well that night. In my dreams, I was a traveler in a story. I heard an ethereal song on a stormy night. I leaned out from the boat and gazed into the dark waters below. If on a stormy night I encountered a Lemurian, before I even hear his song, I'll grab his wet, lonely hand. I'll embrace him, immerse myself in his warmth, and ignore all other melodies in this world. Aww. The next day, as we are getting ready to leave, Raphael and I passed the antique shop again. Weird, I just bought a book here yesterday. Now it's just a building with no one and nothing inside. Through the glass door, an empty display case casts a shadow as deep as a dark forest.
Everything's packed up. We should get going.
Where? Everyone always seems so relaxed here. What do they even do?
Maybe they don't do anything. They're just waiting for summer to end.
The puddles on the street reflects our faces along with the world behind us. seemingly unchanged by the coming and going of centuries. Yet it's as if everything will evaporate under the scorching summer heat. Speaking of which, I could have sworn I saw you walk into the shop that day. Was I seeing things? Rafayel turns and heads into the shade of the last summer trees, pushing his bicycle along.
You were imagining things.
Hmm. Hi, future Ryuusa here. So I would like to inform you that this card is actually from Misty Invasion, which was multibanner that happened earlier this year. I forgot which month it is, but I didn't remember where I got my cards before. So I looked it up after the recording, and I realized that this is the Misty Invasion. But yeah, I think the card is very lore, and so I thought it's a free card that everyone gets. But if you didn't, I hope you enjoyed the video and now you know what's inside. I will be recording the Silas one because I also got his card in Misty Invasion. So please wait for the video, okay? I'll see you then. Bye bye!